So a lot to unpack with this one. California reparations is getting closer. There was never a point in history that they were even willing to talk about reparations for black people here in America, which is a step in the right direction to me, but it's still going to be a battle. So go ahead and cut my brothers and sisters out there in California to check. And while you at it, cut all black Americans to check whose ancestry can be traced back to slavery. They took a poll on social media asking if blacks deserve reparations or something to that nature. Everyone they asked was from another culture and said, how could the economy afford it? Was crying about taxpayers' dollars, this, that, and the third. But they afforded to bring immigrants over and help out the Ukraine. Why not give blacks whose ancestors built this country they just do? We never got what was owed to us, that 40 acres and a mule. You find a way to pay other groups and cultures, the red man and all others who were oppressed. But whenever it comes to something that will exclusively benefit black people, you want to take surveys, polls. And the Governor Newsom out there in California says a legacy like slavery is about more than cash. But this is all you devils know is cash money. This is your type of language. So don't give me that crap. Give black people their money and let them decide what they're going to do with it. And hopefully they make a wise choice and build generational wealth with it. Others are also claiming they don't know where they're going to get the money from. They got to check the budget. Just finding any old excuse to drag their feet and do everything else but pay black people what's owed to them. And if you're a black person that thinks this country of America gives a damn about you, this right here should be proof that it doesn't. They got money for all the most dumbest of things. But since this money right here will uplift the condition of black people, they don't got it. They don't want to see black people get up and get ahead on a massive scale and be able to change our people's conditions. Because in some degree, they benefit off of black oppression of our people. And there's a lot of other groups that got their hand in this bag benefiting off of black oppression. They benefit off the downfall of our people. A lot of groups and cultures of people don't want blacks to be paid reparations, when it's because of the blacks' fights that immigrants in the United States are even able to be here. The immigrants and other people benefited off the civil rights struggle of our ancestors and everyone else but black people. Which brings me to the next point. Reparations will have to be lineage based. And a lot of groups and other cultures of people don't like this. Oh well, it has to be this way so other groups and cultures of people can't find a way to weasel their way in, like they did with the civil rights movement and other black fights, and get the benefits which were meant for black people. They have to trace your history and ancestry back to slaves here in the Americas. And if it wasn't this way, everyone would try to lay claim to reparations. Even those people that aren't even black. Other minority people hijacked the civil rights movement. And it became about them. They turned and forgot about the black people who fought to get the immigrants in the country, like now how we're seeing today. They know nothing about the black fight for their rights of them to be here in the United States. It's fine when it was just minorities, this, that, and the third, black and brown. But when we break away and make it an all black fight, this is where the problem lies. It was cool when we were all grouped together in a minority bucket, but using these terms never got anything done for the black man and woman. Some people even have a problem when our people claim FBA. It's divisive, this, that, and the other. I don't see it because it's just pride in you being a black American. There's even a flag. For a long time, especially here in America, black people were told they had no history and culture. We just arrived here as merchandise on slave ships. But I guess California Governor Newsom may be trying to shoot this reparations down. And some want to blame brother Tariq Nasheed, claim he's this, that, and the third. I don't agree with everything my brother says nor does. But I don't agree fully with what anything a man says or does. I'm my own man. But I do feel he's about unity and uplifting his people. He first came across my radar years ago with the Hidden Color series. And that series was to wake up the minds of black people and give them a knowledge of self. But some want to claim he's an agent, this and that. That's why brothers and sisters out there in California didn't get reparations. Some of our people, no matter what good you do, will turn on you for the slightest infraction. As soon as you miss a shot, don't matter the other 5 shots you hit. Reparations ain't going to be easy. It's going to be a fight. You think the people that worked hard to keep you in bondage and still do, but just in different types of ways nowadays, would just willingly give you what's owed? They're going to try to team up with other groups and cultures of people to convince them that this will hurt the economy. You know, they're going to bring the tricks out. This is because reparations is exclusively for black people. Immigrants and other groups of people won't have access to it. But I do stand for every positive black movement here and abroad. And I do believe black people, no matter where you're from, are owed a debt, but not from America. But America, she must right her wrongs, especially when it comes to black descendants of slaves. Quit trying to deflect and sweep slavery under the rug. I'm also hearing that Jamaicans are seeking reparations from Britain for slavery, and hopefully they get it. But next time you take a poll to see if black people deserve reparations, make sure you take the polls and surveys with black people. Because, of course, other groups and cultures will say no because it doesn't benefit their people. Black people need to codify, unify, and strategize if we plan on achieving anything. We've got to know and grasp that it requires our unity. Stop hating on your brother and sister, no matter where they from, Canada, US, Jamaica, Africa, etc. Because we're all one people in essence who have been split apart. But reparations not going to be easy by a long shot. The whites, Asians, Arabs, Hispanics, but especially white people. White people know deep down inside that the blacks are owed a debt for the atrocities that was committed against black Americans and our ancestors, but they're not going to willingly just give it to us. We got to know it's going to require unity, and it's most for certainly going to be a fight.